if you're looking at someone who has learned from the mistakes, that could be me. Yeah, I've spent a lot of money, but now if you have to be wiser, hit these running labs, get an insight of what your foot requires, and buy accordingly. That's again technology in play, right? So you make use of it.
Get ready for another adrenaline-fueled episode of Race Above FitCast powered by Easier, Health Now, Education Now, Pay Later, where fitness journey gets electrifying. Today we are plunging into the world of long-distance running with our expert guest Yuvaraj Patil. Hold on tight as we unravel the secrets of macronutrients, unveil the mystery of perfect running gear, and learn why keeping it simple is the key to triumph in your fitness quest. So, how would you recommend athletes, especially running long distance running, or you're new to long distance running, the macronutrient intake while running the event and also training for that event?
Yeah, so I've been popped this question multiple times by different runners to actually break down my food consumption in terms of carbohydrates, protein, fat, percentage of everything in whatever I eat. I said, look, let's not get too technical. Your home cooked food should comprise of dal, rice, all kinds of lentils, all kind of cereals, all kind of veggies, wheat. Just have it. Just do not break your head, on understanding how much content of carbs it has. Yeah, there is a bigger umbrella which will tell you, okay, this is carbohydrate, this is protein, and this is other nutrients or vitamins that you can get, that you can consume. So I've been always telling them, if you're getting too technical, then that should also, your goal should also be technical. If you're targeting a 10K in 30 minutes, I understand what you're looking at, right? So I think your goals should define the food that you're going to consume, rather than getting bogged down on the concept of, how much percentage, how much vitamins, how many vitamins, or it definitely gets too technical. Even I started getting into that mode of trying to understand, should I be eating this, should I not be eating that? But I'm at a state where I developed a state of mind wherein I eat what I like, and I also know where to draw the line of if whatever I'm eating is not going to help my body. So yeah, I think we should develop that mindset that, naturally grown food, go ahead and eat it. You cannot go wrong in there. Home cooked, definitely, I do see there are bachelors who stay at home. I always ask them to hire a cook, have home cooked food, or even if that is a problem, there are, stores, unique stores, or even in the society, there are people who are selling home cooked food. Go for it. That's not going to harm you, rather than ordering from restaurants and eating. Also traveling, right? If you're traveling to distant places, you cannot get all the food you need. You got to eat what the locals eat. And they definitely cook everything at home. They have the same nutritional content in it. They live there. They know what is best there. You get all that stuff. So I think let's stick to basic foods that you've been eating since birth. So, rather than breaking your head on understanding, okay, what is good, what is not good. And yeah, I think let's keep it simple there.
Right. Yeah, that's, I think, the best thing, because that is what our body is also used to it, being, having whatever is home cooked. So that's a good factor. Okay. So coming to the next question, when it comes to long distance running, what parameters do you have in, selecting a set of the accessories which you require while running, be it shoes, be it the clothing? So your gears, how are they defined in, getting selected for long distance running, and also for the different, ultra runs, trail runs, and beach run? How do you define all of them?
Okay, so I had to go in my past, and I started running using 1,000 rupee Kalanji shoe. I ran the TCS, World TCS 10K back then This could be 12 years around, say, ago. And then I also ran the Mumbai half marathon in those shoes, right? And we did not have any idea of what shoe need to be used. There was not much of a guidance, whatever we have today. And how I graduated is when I only learned from my injuries, right? So I chose a shoe, I ran 10K in it, it was good. But when I started graduating to longer distances, that shoe just gave up. And when it gave up, it started giving me all sorts of problems when it comes to long distance running. I get it, started getting cramps in my calf muscles, and then the idea is, okay, when you we feel okay, it's worn out, and then you jump to a newer shoe. Now you don't want to use the same shoe again. Then you see what are the shoes available. For me, it was more of a, I was into barefoot shoe running, where it does not have too much of a heel. Okay, today when we look at a shoe, we technically look at statistics like the heel to toe drop. So if you wear a shoe, for example, if you're wearing a stilettos, or if you're wearing any high heel shoe, and you are like quite raised on your foot, I would say that from the heel to toe, there's a larger dip. Okay, and you definitely cannot run a marathon in your stilettos, or so the similar concept works in shoe as well. I've stuck to 6 drop from heel to toe. So that's when it comes to tech specs, and I have only spent money left, right, center on shoes to understand what is the right fit, and that's how I have kind of now concluded onto Nike shoes when it comes to road running. In trail running, I'm still experimenting, but recently I've looked at Hoka, which is a good shoe. I've seen people using it. I've been reading reviews of it. But I would suggest today, in today's running world, we do have running labs, okay, which will cost you maybe around 1,000 to 1,200 rupees to understand the pattern of running, how you land on your foot. Okay, they will study all those patterns by making you run on a treadmill in the lab, and they will suggest you what kind of shoe is required. You could always use that detail and then look for a shoe, or they can suggest a shoe. Okay, so again, here, if you're looking at someone who has learned from the mistakes, that could be me. Yeah, I've spent a lot of money, but now if you have to be wiser, hit these running labs, get an insight of what your foot requires, and buy accordingly. That's again technology in play, right? So you make use of it.
Okay, that's a good suggestion for selecting the shoes. And how about the other gears and accessories which you carry along?
Yeah. So from ultra running teaches you to be self-dependent, and at the same time, since I have the disc bulge condition, when I'm running altitudes, I always carry hiking poles with me, be it a road run or a trail run. These help me keep up the pressure on the back, okay, as well as the legs, so I can use my arms also to do the runs, okay. And hydration bags will give you the reserves of water which you need between checkpoints, and they will also have pouches to carry your electrolytes or food items that you would need along the run. Then you have your glasses that you wear because to help you from the bright sunlight, and then if especially in Leh, you need to be covered top to toe, right? Just to avoid, one is cold, second is when there's bright sun and the strong UV rays that can cause harm to you. It can be the same cold weather, but at the same time the UV rays can hit you, and you just go blind. Like if you just can't see through it, you have to wear those UV protection glasses when you're running such terrains. Other gears, I would say, when it comes to clothing, stick to dry fit clothing. It did not be any brand specific. Just make sure it's a running and gear and it's a dry fit gear. And again, you can experiment using different clothing that you could use for shorter and longer distances, because when you're wearing different gears, you also have to look at the chafing that happens with the clothing. So you got to take care of them. And when I speak about chafing, I carry a Vaseline with me, and at every maybe checkpoint or there is a changeover, I apply Vaseline left, right, center, just to make sure it reduces the friction and the redness, and the burns are not felt during the run. So yeah.
Okay, that's great. That covers another question of chafing as well. So that's a good insight. As we conclude this enlightening episode, keep in mind that your fitness journey is a combination of nutrition, gear choices, and the beauty of simplicity. Join us next time as we delve into the tips for conquering physical and mental challenges in the world of ultra running. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any of the exciting episodes of Race Above FitCast, powered by Easier, Health Now, Education Now, Pay Later. Till then, stay curious, stay dedicated, and let Race Above guide you to success.